A moment ago, fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check out. Reggie. 140.
They'll run on first down. Overton. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big play there on the first play of the game. 47 yards on the ground. They had trouble stopping the run last week in a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd down, McKinnon. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Locke. Open man is Kroom, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate. I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
For mine.
Well, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side. Overton. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On 3rd down, Overton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
180.
Check 53's Mike.
Real.
Under 10.
Hey, alert.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Mike, 53. Mike.
Throwing, Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. DJ Reader in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
You got to be ready. Smooth. Run. Watch it.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the gun on 3rd down, Love. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Check out.
On 1st down, Overton. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down now, Overton. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You can't block me.
From the gun, here's Love. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Hey, alert 33.
53's
Go, go.
53's mine.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
King.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, Mayfield. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A gain of 23 more yards. That's another Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
20.
Check 53's mine.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Broncos 25-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They run it with Ballage. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
49. Check 49. Pistol.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Pistol. Hey, Haywood.
Now Ballage. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
A 36-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now Mayfield. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Balazs, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set, 180.
Check 53, Martin. In your face.
They'll run here with Balazs. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kalen Balazs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Squish, double.
Check 13. Check 13.
Check 26, check 26.
On 2nd down, Overton. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Hey, let's go.
Line 54. Watch the run.
Luck on first down. Gets it to Gordon. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
11.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here I come. Hey, watch that.
A shotgun snap for Love. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. Luck now after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the stop, Breeland Speaks. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now. Overton, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Point it right.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 22, Luck. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Luck. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
John Wright.
Now a give, right side. Overton, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Come on, fellas. That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's Mayfield. flush to his right. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Good. 180.
53, Mike.
Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Good. 180.
Alert.
Alert.
Here we go again. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, wahoo. Hey, check Mike. Watch 55.
Rip right.
Mike 55.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DJ Reader. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, high 7.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. It's a party now.
Mayfield to throw it. Open man is Samuel, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
At the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Overton. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a third and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
Come on.
54 Mike. 54.
5.
54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun. Block. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll run on first down. Overton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
On second and 15 now. Luck. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Back to throw. Luck. Open man is Kroom, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
First down, Broncos.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Check out. 3, baby.
So we got man.
From the 50, it's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set. Run 80.
Mike, 58, right there. Come on, D.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield gets it to his running back, Cannon. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there on third down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Double tight, double tight. We got 4. We got 4.
Now they try the right side here. DJ Reader there on the tackle. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, Delta.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Overton. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Overton. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And this is no good. Oh, by a matter of inches, he missed it wide to the right. A 4th quarter miss like that, there's no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
180.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Hey, 133.
58, come on. 58, come on.
I got you.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Good. 180. King.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down, Broncos.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
He's back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st down, Overton. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Overton. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This one taken from the 7. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return. And they've taken the lead.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, They might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Open man is Uzama. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.